up? I'm Lilo.
And I'm Jessie Ray.
And we are the lovely ladies of the Penthouse Suite each and every Tuesday, 8 to 10 p.m. Number one talk radio, DTFRadio. If you're now tuning in, you missed our DJ Executive top of the hour mix.
How dare you?
How dare you? But guess what? It's time for Relationship Reads. Now, during Relationship Reads, we either answer anonymous emails from our fans and our audience asking us advice, or we find something that's relevant that's going on in our generation or online, or just something that's sticking out to us
resonating with us.
We feel like we need to talk about. But we're going to have members of the Free World. We have Hotel Tells, Tony 2 Times, and Tommy of the Free World sitting in on Relationship Reads because the question is kind of significant to your artistry. So we wanted to kind of open the perspective of not just me and Jessie Ray, but to actually have people that are rapping and singing to answer this question and kind of, talk to us. So I just want you to introduce yourself. We'll go round robin so they know your voice.
What up? It's Hotel Tells. Apologize. I kind of lost my voice in Atlanta. We had a show out there. It was turned up. So work with me up.
All right, Hotel Tells.
Hey guys, it's Tommy Versailles. What's up?
All right, Tommy.
What up? It's Tony 2 Times.
Okay, so Tony 2 Times. So I posted a question on our Penthouse Twitter today, and I decided I kind of wanted to pick people's brains on this statement, and it was, why should one never date a rapper? So I put that question. Hey, it was a conversation that I had with my girls one time about this guy that talked to her. Long story short, she found out he was a rapper, and she did the whole situation. So I wanted to ask our audience, why is it that females don't want to date rappers? And I put the question on Twitter, and the first reply I got was, date a DJ instead. And
was that executive?
It was. I know, right?
That was executive.
That was executive. That was executive.
Right, but it was a joke. He was a DJ. It was a joke. But it raised another question for me, which was, why would dating a DJ be better than dating a rapper? And what about singers, producers, and other people in the industry? Are they good enough to date? So I kind of want to give you a quick synopsis as to the replies that I got, and it said, most of my replies that I got from my questions on Twitter came from women, and they were agreeing with never date a rapper. The statement based upon the assumption that rappers are all womanizers and exposed to a lot of temptations and have a sense of entitlement. And never date anyone in the fast life industry. Some even made mentions to the difficulties of dating entrepreneurs, as you and I. In short, a lot of responses were chucked up to, I know, right? Infidelity and entitlement. And it made me think about Chris Brown when he went on an interview and he was like, where's Carol Cucci gonna go from here? You dated me, I'm gonna do whatever. I'm sorry, but what's next? So my question that I want to pose to you guys is, why do women have such negative views about dating rappers?
Sheesh. First of all, I want to say one thing real quick. This does not help my situation at all.
Trying to court somebody and they listening in.
There's a couple people listening.
Stop listening right now. Please, turn it off.
Turn it off. Walk away from the computer.
Ooh.
No.
But, honestly, I think it's the preconceived notion that comes with dating a rapper.
Okay.
You think that every time somebody go to the studio, it's 300 females in the studio, and you
quite
popping
the opposite.
bottles, and it's not always like
that. It's always the opposite. It's always a million
very
dudes.
every once in a while.
I wish there was a girl here right now. No. It's always like, yo, can we just get out? Nah, it's never like that.
And it's the hours too, because
she don't believe it.
When you in this lifestyle, you guys already know. I'm very familiar with y'all grinding. When you're in this lifestyle, it don't turn off. So
it's hard out here.
Finding
somebody
somebody,
understand how you busy,
finding
boy.
somebody actually who can fit in with your lifestyle, who's and is confident enough in themselves.
Yes,
I feel like people who won't date a rapper,
Agreed.
somebody who's not confident in themselves because they're scared of the competition.
Entrepreneur.
If you're comfortable in what you're doing with your partner, you shouldn't be scared of whoever.
You know you laying that pipe down, she ain't going nowhere.
I know my bitch ain't going. She ain't going nowhere.
I want to ask Tommy a question. So do you think that there's a difference when it comes to, because he's basically saying that the stereotype is false, that's not what it is, but you have to have somebody confident. But is it different when it comes to men dating singers like yourself or female rappers? Is there a difference? Could you, not being a rapper, date a female rapper, and have you had issues being a singer?
Could you date a Trina or a Nikki or Eve?
Could you be a Safari before Meek Mill?
Is that your girl's tour, your real tour? I don't care if it's her tour.
I want that tour too.
Babe, I'm here, babe. I got you, babe.
You made $1 million.
We're going to make that together, man.
I kind of feel like the people I've dated. I mean, I'm small potatoes right now, so it's like they're like, okay, you're a singer. They're very supportive of it.
Right.
But once the idea of me making it or making it big or something like that, they're kind of scared of it, and
Right.
it's like, why? Like,
Ooh, perfect transition.
I don't understand. Like, what if I was a lawyer? That's my other option. Like,
Right.
I would be just as busy. Like, I wouldn't
Right.
have time for you. There are people who are going to be talking to me because I'm a lawyer.
Right.
That's a high society job, so I feel like it's crazy that people think that way. If I really love someone, you have to understand that, like, I'll put in the time that I can, you have to be ready
Sometimes
for
it's
that
not
ride.
enough.
Yeah, it isn't. But I feel like if you date someone who has the same type of fast-paced life as you do, I feel like it's easier because they can
Right.
understand it from like from an inside perspective, not
Right,
from
right.
like
That makes sense.
Yeah, not from like I'm looking at it and like, yeah, you're busy, I get it, but like from I'm busy too, so I totally understand how you feel. I know
Right,
you're
right.
exhausted. I know you can't talk to me all the time. So
I definitely agree with her statement, because I feel like a lot of times people will yes ma'am you or yes sir you, like, yeah, I understand you busy, it's cool, I respect
right.
that, but then when it comes down to I can't hang out tonight because I have to work, they don't get that. But to me, I think it's all about quality over quantity, because you can spend every day with someone and not do anything.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Or
fact.
it can be something where we only see each other for one day, but that one day is so amazing because we have so much fun that it holds you over until the next time you see someone. And me personally, I always think that absence kind of makes a heart grow fonder. If I see you every day, I'm like, all right, bro, like,
Yeah, cut it out.
Cut it out.
I'm
Take
tired.
it easy.
Yeah, like,
So you and your boxes on the
Except
floor
for
one
the
more
honeymoon
time.
phase, sometimes you kind of get caught up, but
Gotta take it easy.
I agree. And I kind of wanted to just piggyback off of you, and we're gonna go into a music break. And then you touched so many things. Go into one of our fans that actually wants advice dating someone that's about to blow up. But someone posed a question on our Twitter and said, "What's the difference between dating a rapper than dating a lawyer, a doctor, or a cop? Because there's still the sense of entitlement, and you're still busy." But would you date a rapper?
I would date a rapper.
You a liar.
I
feel like I'm
well, Jesse, you still single.
Jesse's lying. You don't
Shit,
front for the
better
camera. No,
Jesse Ray, we had conversations.
No. Okay, rap. I think there's a preconceived notion that rappers are going to just get tail, and there's regular dudes out here sleeping on blow-up beds that's getting tail.
Right,
So
right.
You gonna get tail regardless.
you're going to get tail regardless.
Your man's popping.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And you don't want no ugly dude that don't nobody want. So you're gonna run that risk with any person that
Right.
you date, regardless of anything. Now, I only say that I would be open to a rapper because they're as busy as I am.
See, that's
so
what
they
that
But if you
is.
weren't
understand
in
my
the
grind.
industry, if you was a regular
Then I
person,
probably wouldn't understand
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
because even just
You gotta pick your poison.
yeah,
Right.
even us just knowing a lot of DJs and knowing a lot of artists who've been on our show or whatever, a lot of them are men. And we have to give them hugs. Hey, how are
Right.
you? We have to be personable.
Shake, smile.
And if a guy isn't comfortable or isn't secure in himself, then it can be like, oh, are you flirting? Do you want
Right.
to be with him? And I can't take that. Like,
And,
listen.
and we always have to go and make appearances.
Yes.
We have to go out. We're always on our phone. There's always new numbers in
That's
our
a
phone.
fact.
But if you're not confident in yourself, and it's not knocking anyone that's not, because it takes a strong personality
Yeah, right,
to deal with
absolutely.
somebody who's chasing a dream. So I understand that, but I do agree with you.
But on the flip side of that too, I feel like you guys got to pick and choose too, because the time, like you touched on this, a lot of times the females say, "I'll tell everybody in the beginning, this is what I do. This is, I have my business, and this is what I do. This is my schedule.
Right.
I'm a busy person. I'm a hard person to deal with." And everybody say, "Oh, that's perfect. It's fine. I have no problem
Until it
dealing with
comes
it."
down to
Until it comes to the
it.
point where I'm in Atlanta today, I'm this and that, and I can't pick up the phone every time, and now you're calling you this and that. You're upset, and listen, I
That
just went through.
sounds like that actually happened.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
not
not
personal.
on that.
Talk about it.
But I'm gonna say, like, it's because it gets frustrating. If you're gonna support me. If you're gonna be with me, be with me. That's what you. If we pushing, we pushing together.
Yeah.
We could both pull up. Like,
and you can't be there for the album releases and the premiere parties. You got to be there when I'm in a studio and you home, and you may have to have dinner by yourself.
Right.
Or it may be a situation where I got a phone call, like I got to do an interview, and it's last minute, and our date has to be pushed back to another
Everything
day.
got to be canceled, or double booking without even knowing you're double booking, because things just happen so fast.
Yeah.
So I want to actually just jump right in for time purposes. And I want you guys to give our fan, somebody that wrote to us from what I wrote on Twitter, some advice. And it says, I just read this comment you posted about, hey Penthouse, I just read this comment you posted about dating rappers. My boyfriend of 5 years is getting more and more involved in the industry, and I feel like he'll blow up any day now. And I'm petrified about us not being able to see each other and about the whole transition into that lifestyle. None of my girls can relate to this topic, and I'm so confused. Just don't know if I'll be able to handle such a lifestyle. Any advice?
What's the tag on that? What's her name?
We're not telling. We always keep it anonymous.
I mean, honestly, I feel like you just gotta be confident in your situation. Like, if that's your man, you gotta trust that that's your man, and what he's out there is it's for the betterment of both of you guys. If your man was a dog, keep yourself busy. You gotta get a schedule, get some friends,
get a
job, get some responsibilities,
start crocheting,
like some bills, like shit. Like you gotta keep yourself busy so you don't notice. Like when you're just sitting idle, you're just sitting there watching TV or whatever.
It goes by
so slow, and now you're like 2 minutes past. Where this nigga at? I bet you he with this bitch. Like,
it's not necessarily always that.
Tell me what it is then. I need to know.
No, it is.
I
tried.
5 years. That's crazy.
That's 5 years. So what would you tell her? What would you tell her?
I would tell her, that's 5 years. That's a very long time. That is a piece. That's an era of your life right there. You know, it's not. That's crazy. You know this person. You know what I mean? And if you're I feel like if you're doubting, like you have to differentiate if you're really scared because of yourself or because of him. You know what I mean?
That's getting deep.
Because I feel like if I can sit down in hindsight and be like, damn, like, is this really me? I'd be like, I'm gonna roll with him because he's not giving me any indication that he's gonna be that way when he blows up. I was there for all this time, and that's
I agree.
Also, putting that pressure on kind of separates you. It kind of distances you more anyway. You keep putting that pressure. You're like, I don't think I want to be with this person.
Yeah, eventually you get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get ready for the show.
She's like, where you at?
You're like, you know what? I'm gonna find somebody who's more.
But it's also about it's also not about just like texting and communicating. It's about trying to portray the fact that you love this person. But that's what it's missing.
But sometimes, even when you're doing that, it's hard for you to convince someone who already got their mind made up. Like I've lost relationships because people think I'm cheating and decide to do things, and I never was cheating. Like I was faithful, but because I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and I'm fighting for a dream that I know we're so close to, you didn't feel confident within yourself. So it's hard to change someone's mind regardless if you're doing what you have to do and giving that one day and giving that little time. If that person in their mind doesn't feel sometimes they don't even feel deserving of you anymore because you're doing such good and big things, and they feel like they're not even leveled up with you anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I think it's a combination of three things. I think one is already something broken in a relationship that has you thinking that he's gonna pull away once he blows up, because you're not genuinely happy for him. You don't want him to blow up because you think he's gonna leave you and move on. So there's already something broken in your relationship that they have to fix, and that needs to be handled before he blows up. Because if it's not handled before, it's definitely not gonna work afterwards.
It's not gonna handle itself.
It's not gonna handle itself.
Nah, it's only gonna get worse.
Second of all, I think every person when you're in a relationship, you have to be able to define yourself outside of the relationship. And if you are defined by that other person, with them getting bigger, you get smaller.
It's about loving yourself.
Yeah, and
love yourself.
And then the third thing is,
you are beautiful. You are special.
You smart. You was important.
Right?
And I think the third thing too is you have to know your role. Because if I was to ever date someone and they were to tell me that I had to choose between radio and them, they would be gone. You would lose. You will lose that fight each and every time.
You don't want to go that
You don't even want to know.
You will lose that fight each and every time. So you gotta know that you're important to me, but you're not that important that I'm gonna drop my dream. You know,
I love you, but this should be like a round table. I wish we could like dive into it more, but we do have interviews to get into. I do want to do honorable mentions for people defining the odds. Now these are rappers that are dating people that are regular people or doctors or just not in the industry, and that goes to Ludacris, who married a doctor. I think her name is Eudoxie. Did I pronounce it right? Eudoxie. She's bad, gorgeous. You got a good one, Luda. She's bad, and she don't speak much of English, but you know she makes it work.
Even better.
But she's a doctor. She's not a video vixen. You know what I'm saying? Big Boy from Outkast and Shirlita. They almost got a divorce, but they pulled through. They made it through the storm. And Ice Cube and Kimberly Woodruff, which is
he probably cheated on her mad times, and she stuck by.
Why do you know that?
Why he gotta be a cheater?
Did you not see the movie?
Okay.
He was with her when he was first with NWA.
Yeah.
He was hitting any and everything.
Yeah.
But she saw the dream and she said, "You know what?"
But she's still there though. See?
Yeah.
But she's stuck by her
That's
man.
what it has to be.
Nah,
Look at
they
Snoop
say-
Dogg.
And
Okay,
can
women
women do it? We gotta do this again. But we're gonna go
Yes.
into a music break, and when we come back, we're sitting down. If you're now tuning in with the members of the Free World.